Hello, my dear Aquarius. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between September 16 and September 30, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can contact me at my email in the description box below the video. So, I used the Mary L Tarot with Mary White, and I have already shuffled and chosen your cards. I do a shorter 9-card mid-month reading for you, and I will come back with a longer 15-card reading for the beginning of the month, where I use also a smaller deck. I have been using Legacy of the Divine, but I'm on the hunt to find a new fresh deck. The Legacy of the Divine is wonderful, but it's starting to get a little bit worn, and I like to have new decks. So, okay, Aquarius, this is your past, so August, early September, and we have an 8 of discs. So 8 of disc is reminding me of a song. It calls Uma Thurman. I will see if I remember the line here. The blood of the lamb is worth two lions. I think that is the thing. So the blood of the lamb, being innocent, is worth more than 2 lions. But I think the lions is also worth enough to have your strength, not only being a sacrificial lamb. 8 of coins is a beautiful card. It's about cooperation, working together, or mastering yourself, working together with the divine to master yourself, to become the person that you truly are inside. So it's more about becoming your natural self, instead of trying to behave in some way that is expected of you. And it needs you need courage to do so. Even either you're a lamb or a lion, it doesn't matter. You need courage to expose yourself and to show who you truly are. But this is what's requested of you. And it's an 8, and it's lions, so I think it's pointing to the Lion's Gate that we experienced in August, and the change that might have come for you due to that. It's an 8, so it's a eternal symbol. It's something you have been working on for quite some time. We see the tail of this marvelous golden lion right in the foreground here. Your past is still like in your present in some way. You're still working it through. You're still trying to comprehend what it was that happened to you and how you were supposed to respond with this. We often judge ourselves a little bit too harsh because we are coming to this world without map or compass. So we are just dropped here, and we don't know. We don't have any rule book more than the one that society gives us and we get from our parents in school and everything. But no one really teaches us how to deal with ourselves and our own inside and relationships and things. There's not so much schooling in this. We are missing out on that. And we're doing a lot of mistakes, and we punish ourselves for them. And, oh God, if I could have done things differently. But you couldn't. And it's like the game is rigged this way. You're not supposed to go through life without making mistakes. You're supposed to do a lot of mistakes and learn from them. This is Lila. It's a play with form. It's not the end of the world if you do a mistake. And we can see this, the golden lion has almost like its eyes is red, but it's also looking like almost tears of blood. So you don't have to cry blood over mistakes that you have been doing or things with you that you don't like. Try to be friends with them. Sides of you that might not be like seen in very mild eyes with the rest of the world might actually be something that you need from time to time. Your strength, for example. You're not supposed to go around and shouting at people all day. It will make you like a tedious person that no one wants to be around. But when it's actually something being done wrong, some kind of injustice, then you're supposed to speak up and become angry. So it's more about behaving more naturally than behaving in a way that you think that you're supposed to. So you don't have to be the lion, you don't have to be the lamb, you just have to be yourself. So next card here is the King of Wands. So King of Wands is usually also connected to Leo. So I really think we are talking about the Lion's Gate here, and you might have downloaded kind of your life's mission or something. We'll see. It's King of Wands is very creative. He is like welcoming his soul, his natural self in his body, and he's manifesting this in the world without having so much thought on this. He thinks that this is natural, that everyone does like this. It's so easy for him to create new projects and to have like amazing hobbies. And there's a lot of people out there that doesn't even have a hobby. They don't know what they are interested in. But this guy, he knows what he's made of and what he likes to do. He's burned up with passion and fire. So he do happy things, and he can't really help it. It's like just needing to jump on the next project and be very creative. Badly situated, the King of Wands can be very dramatic and jealous and possessive and controlling and things like this. So it might be the backside of this that creates a project, needs to follow it to its end, can't give someone else the authority over it, and needs to be like everywhere, take responsibility for everything. And this might be a thing for you, Aquarius, that you might be over controlling, trying to be everywhere. What you should do is only birth forward ideas, because Aquarius is also like this, new visions. It's just that you might not always have the fire to have this positive attitude that the King of Wands have, but it seems like you might have been granted it now. You don't have to judge things so harshly anymore. It's like the King of Wands has a big heart and big courage. So even if a project doesn't have the best outlook, he will still throw himself into it because he believes he can change the outcome. This is how powerful he thinks he is, and it's not like being like full of themselves. It's more like being very positive, being able to solve whatever problem comes along. So it's very strong energy. It's very positive like this. You can use it to create, like, change the world or create whatever you want. So it seems very good. It can be you working together with a fire person, also doing something. And here you have the other 8. So this is definitely, we are talking definitely about the Lion's Gate. You can check it out on YouTube. It might be a little bit like whimsical to understand everything, but you take the most logic parts out of it. It's like a doorway that has been opened, and it's said to be open towards Sirius. Sirius is a binary solar system, which I believe we belong to. I think that in due time we will pass Sirius. It will come closer and closer, those Sirius A and Sirius B, and we will round them, much like this picture here. So now we might be here and Sirius might be there, but eventually we will go like whoom, whoom, like this. And when we are here, I think we are in the golden age. And when we are in the golden age, things like the levitation and magic will be like everyday news, everyday things. Like so we remember this time. It's the time of the fairy tales, but it ended kind of here, and it's might be like about 12,000 years ago, more or less. And we will maybe we are here. Maybe we are going to go into this age soon to be. Okay. So here we have a connection to this Lion's Gate, Sirius, and you get the latest download of your latest mission and what to do and who you are and what's the next thing you will do for the like the next mission for a long time, at least for a year. So 8 of Cups is a person that has put the lion's costume on them. So it's like you have learned the way of the lion. The lion, as I said, is everything this what I described, and it has a very big heart, and it's very devoted to its mission. It's very positive, and it doesn't give up. So it seems like this is what you have downloaded, to become more of a hero instead of a naysayer, to become more of a finding solutions instead of finding obstacles. A person that's more about finding what's good in people instead of judging them for what's bad within them. So it's rather beautiful, actually, and it's something that can match up your Aquarius logic and make you into some kind of super being. So if you have a fire person in your life, they can teach you also more about this, so align with them. Yes, okay. Yes, in the now we have strength. That's obviously also a lion, so it seems like the big team for Aquarius here in the end of September, or also in August, all September maybe, is the lion. The lion's strength. This is strength, this is lust, this is passion. So maybe you have trying to be pure like a lamb, and sex and things like that is something that you might do because it's naughty, but you don't accept it as a natural part of your self, those naughty things. I think you need to align with this part of yourself as well, the sexual part, like the sexual expression, because it's part of your soul, it's part of who you are. You don't have to act in a certain way here. Not we can see this a lot with people having different fetish. They are like acting out a role, and that's the only way to get aroused. So this might be like in a greater parts of your life, like all of your life, that you are acting out a role. Where are your natural self? Where don't you have to act? Where can you be all natural? Can you find this true passion that's not acting out or living on fantasy or pictures, something that's genuine, like genuine connection between people. So it's genuine connection between people, and it's something sacred, like really vulnerable, like the jewelry within you that you need to find is this part of yourself that's fragile, but yet it's everything about you. It's like your true essence, and you might have hidden it beneath a lot of rubbish. To be honest, a lot of roles that you play. Can you find your natural behavior, your natural strength? This is when your soul has gone down in your body and you're burning with passion. Passion seems to be a key word here. And here you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is traditionally a very haunted card. It's like the things you haven't solved in daytime is haunting you at nighttime. But here you are listening to your thoughts instead, and you're turning them into visions. You are not letting your problems haunt you. When you hear problems, you see solutions. When you see obstacles, you find ways to get over them. This is like being aroused with creativity, so you can plan ahead. And yes, it might keep you up at night, but not because you're tormented, but because you are full of light and excitement for what should come. So start to write down your visions, what you want in your life. If you are very pessimistic, you can start to write what you don't want, like all the things that keeps you up at night and torment you, and then change the compass into what do you want. What's okay, this is I don't want people acting like this. Okay, I want people acting like this. I want people that can support me, love me, make me happy. Okay, so I will see if I can find people that makes me happy. Okay, you don't make me happy, you make me sad. You don't support me. Okay, so you're on your way. Diminishing your problems might also be a changing course of direction. You can't stubbornly like drive into the same wall and expect a change. If a person is like a person is, maybe you need to give them some space to change, like step away from the drama a little bit and let them find ways to change. We should be here to make each other happy, not to make each other miserable. It's the white and the black pillar, so it's the white and the black within you. Positivism, negativism, what you are aware of, what you are unaware of, things you like about yourself, things you don't like about yourself. Everything needs to come down to a whole. And you have an eagle here, wings. So it's like you need to see the situation from above. Instead of just being a victim to the situation, you need to find out how you can see the truth of the situation and actually take some decisions. Decisions determines destiny. To just whine over a situation won't help you. Decisions to take you out of that situation will help you. To say, well, my house is falling apart. that's whining. To see, okay, my house is falling apart, and make a list of what needs to be fixed and do them one by one without getting overwhelmed. That's a decision, and that's taking action. That's fixing the problem instead of just being a victim to it, just thinking that the world is against me, everything is breaking down here. And here we have the 7 of Cups. It comes underneath 8 of Cups, so we are counting down to something. And I think we are about to find your biggest fear, your own emotions. That's why you want to be in control, because you don't want to fail. Because when you fail, you get terrible emotions that you don't want to have. And what is it that's so dangerous with those emotions? It feels bad. It makes you think of things that's terrible, and it keeps you up at night. So we are back in this loop again and again. It's something within you that freaks you out. And it's something within you that freaks you out. Yes, within you. So it's you that freaks you out. So get to know yourself better. Feel your feelings. If your feelings is like a white shark down in your deep waters there, maybe you can be on the pool's edge and, throw it fish or something. That could be a good way to get to know a shark, to throw it fish. And maybe you can start some kind of telepathic communication with it. Like sit there and try to feel its feeling. What does it want? Okay, it wants to eat you. It wants to eat you alive. This is your emotions. They might come up as various of dream symbols. Sharks is common, as is crocodiles or snakes or spiders, or difficult people that wants to, rob you or rape you or kill you or whatever. This is dreams. I'm talking about dreams. And in dreams, you're encountering your subconscious, and there you are encountering your fears. And your fears seems to be in the department of your own emotions. The black wolf, the things that's unknown, unknown forces within you. Get friends with those unknown forces, because it's just frequencies, it's just vibrations, it's just your own system talking to you. And you are like, nah, you don't want to hear. It's like you're trying to, cover your hearing because you don't want to get the information because it's so dangerous. But as I said, when you know the truth of the thing, you can make the necessary decisions and actions to actually solve your problems instead of just having them. Get friends with your emotions. Start to tolerate them, start to get more close to them until you can pet them and even let them devour you and be inside of that shark and scream and be really sad. And then you see, well, you survive that too, because your emotions is not really a shark, it's just vibrations and frequencies. And yes, they might feel very very bad, and you might want to escape into a fog of drinking or whatever. Don't. Feel the pain instead. Get more tolerant to it, and eventually you will also learn the language of it, what it wants to say to you. It doesn't want to torment you. It's coming with a message. The shark is like, when it has eaten you up, it says, well, you're strong like me. I have survived for millions of years, and your soul is eternal. As long as you keep going with positive attitude, you can never go wrong. So this was what the shark wanted to teach you, and you have run your whole life to avoid this teaching. Why? Because you're scared of some frequencies. So, good Aquarius, become brave like a lion, so you will be able to face all these things that you think is such a big problem, but it's actually just things going on within you that you have avoided. And if you don't avoid them anymore, there's no problem anymore. You are listening to the warning signals, and then they don't have to scream so loud. And here we have a 4 of discs, and it comes upside down. So it's you freeing yourself from some kind of place. It looks very beautiful, so why would you want to free yourself? But it's like a place where you have put yourself safe, like the eagle on the cliffs, on the cliff, like really high, looking out over everyone. So putting yourself a little bit on a high horse and playing it safe and not doing anything outside your comfort zone that would make you feel like any passion or any kind of feeling, because those are dangerous. We have learned this. Okay, but when you are like this, I think you're falling down from that cliff and from that eagle's position and right down in the mud. And that's good, because now you're living your real life and not just being cautious. Great. And this is in the future. And here we have 10 of Wands. So 10 of Wands traditionally is a card of a person taking too much responsibility, not being able to delegate. So it's much what I talked about with the King of Wands, like his bad traits, that he might be over controlling and not be able to delegate. And here you are a 10 of Wands, like this hero. It's the hero's road on a white horse. Okay, so this is when you have gotten to know your emotions. The white horses are very emotional. They are yet very brave, like lions. You can take them to battle and they won't flinch even. But yet they are easily spooked. Like when they are in war, fine, one thing. But if there's a plastic bag in the ditch when you're riding past, it will like jump out in ongoing traffic. So it's a little bit reckless like this, following its emotions, following its instincts. And it's a white horse here, so it's like you ride your known instincts. You have gotten to know them, so you're not afraid of them anymore. They are actually taking you out on a victory route. And it's 10 of Wands. This looks very Sagittarius to me. So it's very goal-oriented, oriented towards what you really want to create in your life. And it's like you're on some kind of victory march here. And the key was just to go through your own pain and to get to know all those things with yourself that you are so freaked out about. And then you become this super entity instead that gets the knowledge from your feelings and from your thoughts. So now you know what to do, instead of like blocking everything out and deciding to not hear the warnings and to just play it safe. Now you're not playing it safe. You are able to become the person that you really are, fully, naturally, and without being scared anymore. Because what can happen to you if you are making a mistake? Okay, you will be acknowledging that was a mistake. Next time I will do better. You won't feel bad because your emotion, you're friends with them now. So even if you feel a sting, you will know, okay, so yes, I will do better next time. I acknowledge this was a mistake. And your thoughts won't haunt you because you listened the first time when they say it was a mistake. Okay, you might take notice, even writing it down, so you will know, because you might fall into unconsciousness again and go with that same stupid lover once more, or throw yourself under the bus at work or something. But so it might be good to write down those mistakes, like, okay, this I have learned. But you won't be tormented by it, and it won't hold you back, and it won't hold you back from what you want to do. You won't stay in some safety zone anymore. Good news. And the next card is the 10 of Cups. So we have both 10 of Cups and 10 of Wands. I think you will be able to start sacrificing yourself for love. Not for that love that just steals, but the love that's actually worth something. You will be able to, you know, you're so brave now, you will be able to sacrifice yourself for someone else, like a bodyguard or something. This is a mother taking care of her child, even in death. So it's very beautiful and yet a little bit scary, this picture. And the horse is red, so it's of course this passion that we see here. So I think love with passion or not at all. Don't play it safe. Become like a lover of a century. Don't become this this person that just like, no, I won't show my feelings because then they might use this against me, and I don't want anyone to know that I do love them. I don't want them to win over me. This won't be an issue anymore because you don't have those kind of emotions, because you have become your soul self. So it's easy for you to sacrifice yourself for others. But you won't sacrifice yourself for someone that's acting stupid, because you're a warrior here. So yes, you give love, your big-hearted love, to someone that really deserves it. And you show the people that actually mean something in your life, what they mean to you, as long as they are in your life. Not you don't put flowers on their graves. You show them now, not when it's too late. You appreciate the things that you have now, and you live more fully. So that is what the divine wants to tell you for the month of September. This is going into October. 2 tens. So it's like you're growing into some big pair of shoes that you might not have been able to walk in before. Okay, so Oracle of Visions for my dear Aquarius. So old beliefs, like being blinded by old beliefs and human evolution. I think this is about like getting, finding out the experience that you have made and being able to use them even when you lose conscious sometimes, and not being too hopped up on rules and like following everything by the book, becoming more natural. So you get all the knowledge from all the things, like all the worldly religions and all the different cultures, and you take the best of it and you evolve. And this person is blindfolded, so sometimes this is like a person blindly following a religion or some teaching, and they don't know themselves enough to actually know what they really want and what they really believe. So it's staying like in status quo. It's not evolving because people are just doing it by an old book that's outdated long ago. It needs to evolve. If you read, for example, the Old Testament, human beings of today are having better moral values than they had then. Okay, sometimes in war they will debunkle down to that level again, but say we were here then somewhere, and now we have gotten somewhere. We don't have this, well, if you hurt me, I will hurt you, in the same way, and if you kill my cow, I'll kill your cow. We are not like that anymore. Yes, in our darkest moment we are, but we are evolved past that. So not staying in old teachings, always evolving, always becoming more than you were before. And this is the Druid Craft Tarot by the artist Will Worthington, and we have yet another 10 of Cups. So this is a little bit more happy picture. So some of you might be falling in love with maybe a Leo. We have a lot of with Leos here, or some other fire sign. It's definitely a lot of fire. It might be water as well. That's what I see. You have no earth in your chart. You have only water and fire, and the swords in the middle here. Yes, oh, earth here, but it's upside down. So all elements are present, but fire and water is what's coming most clearly. So that's very passionate. I think you might passionately fall in love with someone, and you won't hide yourself anymore. You will show yourself who you truly are. And even if they are not ready to take on this love, this is a big win for you personally, because even if they reject you, you're still the same. Nothing has been stolen from you. You still love yourself because you have found yourself. You're not scared of the things inside of yourself anymore. So whatever happens, you're fine by it. It's like, don't worry, be happy. And you can't control anything. You just can control how you deal with stuff. Okay, Aquarius, it seems like a big breakthrough for you. I want you to take really good care, and I hope you will come back and join me for the beginning of October readings. Okay, bye-bye.